Okay, as I promised, Thousand Trails, Williamsburg. This is the front entrance. There's a matching sign on both sides. Today, instead of being on the bike, we're in the golf cart. I want to give you a quick view of their mailbox. I just think it's kind of cool there. Tell me if that ain't cool. Okay, we're inside the front gate now. I'll say this campground has a lot of potential. It was designed in the 50s, so it's a little hard to navigate sometimes with bigger rigs like mine, but nice, wooded. You're right here near Colonial Williamsburg and also near Busch Gardens, and it's not that much further to King's Dominion near Richmond. So it's pretty centrally located, about an hour and a half to the beach. So they got an outdoor pool, an indoor pool. Of course, they got a hot tub. Of course, being that it's just April, the outdoor pool's not open yet. Did go for a dip in the indoor pool this morning. It was kind of nice. A few years ago when we first joined Thousand Trails, this was high on our list of likes. However, they're getting a lot of year-rounds in here and starting to put cabins in, and honestly, some of them are just kind of trashy and kind of tacky. So that, and they don't do a very good job at reserving large spots for large RVs like ours. We have one that's almost 40 foot. So it can be hard to get in some of these, especially with narrow roads. And since they don't reserve or book you to particular sites or reserve you a site, it's first come, first serve. It can be kind of hard sometimes. You know, luckily the slot we got last night, the space across from us was open when we came in, so it was fairly easy to pull across and then from that spot back into ours. Although it would have been, had I had to back into mine, it would have been doable, but it would have been a real pain. There are some pretty nice little trails around here that you can go walking on, other than just the campground itself. So here we go into another area of the campground. I kind of wish they'd put most of the cabins in one area, and so a lot of the long-termers. Years ago, the section we just came out of, that was long-term or year-round guys, but that's changed up quite a bit. So up there's a gazebo. Last year we were here in September, there was a wedding right there. Of course, off to the right is the pool, and they got an arcade room, and over there is also the indoor pool and hot tub. Just like any campground, the people are pretty friendly though. The one complaint I have on both me and the wife is that Thousand Trails is just, it's getting harder and harder to get spaces. You know, why do we bother to have a membership if they're going to sell all these lots to cabins and long terms? To us, it's just kind of ridiculous. But I guess that's their choice. We've been thinking about upgrading and going to the Encore membership because those supposedly have nicer parks, but just don't know if it's worth the extra money to upgrade. Right now, I think our last year's Our membership fee was about $500, and sat down and did the math. If we'd have had, for all the days we spent camping, if we'd have had to pay full price somewhere, we probably would have spent over $1,000 for the camping. So it does save us money. I just wish they'd clean the parks up and, you know, quit selling all the lots to year rounds and cabins, so that those people who actually travel on memberships have a spot they can get into. You know, yesterday while I was checking in, one of the spots they told me to go check out, which I knew from previous stays was too small for my RV, somebody took before they even came up. Wasn't even offered to them. Much smaller camper. You know, they got a 30-footer and I got a 40-footer, and they're taking a 40-foot spot, and they let them stay. But it is what it is, I guess. There we are on the left. Wife's out sunbathing, and so are the dogs. It's a beautiful day today. It's supposed to be 80 today, but only 60 tomorrow. I guess it's a good thing we're going home again tomorrow, so. I know there are a lot of people who are in the 1,000 trails. Hey, so they can go campground to campground, live year round, especially retirees, the upper level, you know. If you're really going to use it, it's definitely worth the money. They do have some really nice campgrounds too. But again, it can be hard to get into some of them during the prime times. Even not holiday weekends, just summertime and stuff like that. So, well, here we are on the left, and we're going to end this here, and we'll see you again later. Bye-bye.